What's up, everyone? So the plan has been developed. Basically, Legion's out of the question, which is good because shit started to catch up to me real quick after that last video. Once we decided that we're doing the show in 6 weeks instead of Legion, we immediately flipped the script. So the last video you saw, I trained pretty hard because we had intention of doing Legion, which was a similar time scale as the last show, where RGV 2 weeks later had the UK, 2 weeks later was Legion. If you remember correctly, what I did between those shows was I competed, then I basically redid like a week 3 training volume where 2 weeks out, trained pretty hard the Monday before the show, and then did that little mini peak/deload again. Now you'd think, well, peak week's a deload week, so why is fatigue catching up? Well, you have to also think peak week is not just about training volume reduction. There's also a lot of things going on with water shifting around, plus some dehydration toward the end, plus a huge competition day, which is super fatiguing. So I've basically not had a proper deload, and that makes it a 5-to-1 paradigm. So that's 6 weeks, 7, 8, 8, 9-ish weeks. So I was going on 9 weeks of really hard training, no breaks. And I was gonna do the Legion show, but these last 4 days I've actually taken off training. So the last training video you saw was my second to last hard training session before I decided, hey, we gotta chill, eat some food, and then finish off prep. So today is day 1 of the new mesocycle. We're restarting, implementing some variations like I said in that last video, and we will be seeing how I feel today, because those 4 days were great and everything. I did some high calorie days, which I also haven't done in a long time. So 500 grams carbs, 8 at maintenance, 4 days straight, and still feeling it pretty bad. What you kind of do going into these weeks is skew, which Mario asked me, you skew that estrogen testosterone ratio, and you're basically crashing the estrogen quite a bit. It finally just caught up to me, and I felt like complete shit the last few days. I'll wake up, it's hard to open my eyes, it's hard to do anything, I can't think properly. I forgot the name for the word for like playground while I was talking to my nieces. All day, I was just forgetting everything. So we're gonna try to train hard. Should be good to go today. I'm pretty full of glycogen, weight's around 220, so no damage done. We're doing this very strategically. I just basically told Joe, like, look man, I'm taking this deload, I'm eating, and we're gonna do a show in 5 weeks, or 6 weeks. I'm gonna get to warming up, see how my joints and everything feel, because that was another thing that was going on. I was pretty crashed. So we're gonna get to it. Hope you guys enjoy the session. I'll talk a little bit more about what we're doing and the plan going forward, but nice slow warm up today. So kind of just like to warm up the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists. Those super ROMs with super light weight really open up my shoulders, make me feel pretty good. Especially when you're coming in here and you're super tired. You have those days where you can't even fathom like doing the actual exercise. So I like to do those super ROMs. I'll do a few curls. I'll do some wrist rolls. And depending on how I feel, I'll kind of like stand around for a second, maybe do it again. Keep doing that until you feel like you're kind of ready for that first set. I'm gonna hop in, grab these 40s. I'll probably do like 15 to 20 on this first one just to get the pecs feeling okay. If we had tried to film like any of these last 4 days, y'all wouldn't have got shit out of me. I was so dead. You also gotta think this diet is going on. At the end of this, I think it'll be 25, 26 weeks. That's a long fucking diet. And especially if you're not doing proper deload and maintenance adjusted calorie periods, that's way too long for a deficit for people. That's when you start running into issues, injury. The load on the bar is gonna go way down for sure. It's just not ideal. That's why when you see like in the old bodybuilding magazines, like Phil Heath's contest prep, it's always like a 12 or 16 week prep. And those are like packages you'll see coaches sell too. That's because in general, if you didn't get over fat, 16 weeks, you should be able to get in shape. Especially with all the pharmaceutical interventions that we have at hand in play. RGV was right around that 16, 17 week mark. I was great, I was on point. UK, I was on point, I just happened to get sick. And now I took this break. I think I'm gonna make it these next 5-6 weeks. It's getting rough. It's getting rough out here. We'll see how the presses feel today. If I can't do at least 110, you know. Whew. Mar, you had pre? You had pre? Pre-workout? Yeah. Trying to hop in? Get up in it. I'm gonna hit the 90s. So we're definitely feeling better today because if I would have touched any of these weights yesterday, I would have been fucked. Couple sets or a couple reps with the 90s. We'll move up to the 110s, we'll potentiate, see how they feel. Easing into the volume today, probably 2 top sets, a down set. Triceps, lateral delts, biceps. Might combine today because it's going to be lower volume, especially since we deloaded and we're feeling this way. I don't want to rush the volume accumulation. I have 6 weeks till this next show. We're doing that in one mesocycle, a 5-to-1 paradigm. We have to start with the volume lower. I'm not going to kill myself today. 3 in the tank. Sets of 10 to 15 on those top sets probably, we'll see. Keep warming up. This is a lot of warming up, so I'm feeling good. See how those 500 gram carb days treated me, boys. All right, I'm gonna potentiate these 110s. Gonna make it a set. I got a decent connection. I'm getting a pump, so that's good because that's a good sign that you're really overreached, is not getting pumps. Yeah, we'll see how the next 2 sets go. I'm gonna have to record Mario's next set or something because my dude is on point. So a lot of times you teach people some shit, you see them like 6 months later and they're doing their old bullshit, jerking around, flailing like a fish. Some people who took to this shit real well, Nick Walker, amazing. He already had really good technique. I fixed a few things, he stuck with it. Wait till you see him on the O stage this year. Mario, it's insane. Every time I see him training now, it's crispy fucking technique. bunch of my old training partners, my little brother. There's some people that they get it, they understand the benefits. And there's some people who just, they don't enjoy it, so they go back and do what they want. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta enjoy your training. But I'm here to get the most results possible. That's what I enjoy.
You've put in the work over the years, and you've made good gains. But now you're ready to create your most impressive physique ever. And the RP Hypertrophy app is designed to make this possible. You can customize every single aspect of your training plan, or let the app's AI take the lead. Whichever combination you use, your results will climb higher than ever. All you have to do is bring the effort. Click on the link in the description of this video to get started.
So Mario actually just asked me about pump products. So with Evogen, they have a glycerol, liquid glycerol supplement. It's fucking amazing. I've used glycerol monosterate for a long time, but I was using powder form. This liquid form's way better, helps rehydrate the tissue better. Citrulline, arginine, all the things that are in the EVP, the pump product that Evogen has. All these things are things I've used for the longest time. He just puts them in products at the ratios that I've used. So just ironically, I love their shit. So to endorse their products is like, no, I actually use the shit, it's amazing. You're gonna get a lot of like nerds, which is the side of the spectrum I fall on a little more than the bros, that'll say pump doesn't do much. When every metric we use for testing what causes hypertrophy, plus I guess you've never heard of Dr. Cody Hahn, who does actual metabolite injections into cell tissue. When everything we test leads to a pump, I'm not willing to throw the baby out with the bathwater and say pump does nothing. We're pretty damn sure metabolites do lead to some sort of separate pathway for growth. Again, looking at Cody Hahn's work. A lot of the nerds will say, well, we just don't have the data, but not having the data doesn't mean that it's not true. I hate that kind of shit. So pump, we've chased it forever. The bros have, the scientists have. It's probably a good thing for muscle growth, guys, even if it's just this much. If you can get a better pump in the gym, you're likely gonna cause a more robust stimulus for hypertrophy. It's probably a good thing. So use those Evogen products, plus a little salt, plus a little bit of carbohydrate, which glycogen's fucking dope. These things are good. They help you get a pump. They help rehydrate the tissue. You're gonna get, you know, you'll look like this in like 2 weeks or some shit. All right, let's do these 90s. Look at this motherfucker. Flawless. He's even incorporating the pause. My dude. So good. So proud. That is how you take advice and you keep running with it. Look, the exact same off camera and on camera. Amazing. I'm sure you guys have seen dumbbell low incline skull crushers. I'm gonna try to set up the cable system in such a way where me and Mario can do cable skull crushers with a neutral grip on the, like as if we had a dumbbell in our hand. I'm gonna set that up real quick. See how I like it? It's kind of an exercise I wanted to try for a bit. And because I'm making modifications, I figured I'd do that. If I don't like it, I'll just go to the dumbbells. But I'm gonna try it out. I feel like you have more tension that way. We'll try to find these like nice D handles, a little more comfy than the metal ones. Bloop. Put it in, take it down. See how that looks. I'll roll that incline bench in here. We're gonna see how we can set this bitch up. Could work, could not work. We're gonna find out. That'll be heavy as fuck though. Say that. Figure out how I'm gonna grab these bitches. You set it up like you're gonna do an incline curl, and then you just put your elbows back. Well, it ain't bad. There's probably ways to make the stretch a little better, but it'll take a little more brain power. For now, I like this. This would be similar to just kind of like having it higher and standing. So I might put these down lower, move the bench closer, and see how I like that. But they're all similar. If I had to come up with a calculation like unit of time per unit of hypertrophy for setup versus how much you're getting out of the movement, I'd probably just stick to heavy compounds all the time. The part of training and finding what you like is like seeing what's comfortable for your joints, seeing what movements you enjoy, trying new shit. So we're gonna try this week. If I hate it, we don't try it next week. If I like it, we keep going. So I put it down. I moved the bench closer. I had Mario do a set. The mechanics look a lot better with where I had his elbows and where I had the machine. This could be a good flat variation too. You could try it out. You have to put the thing down basically all the way though. I think we're gonna stick with this today. I'm gonna go a little heavier. I think the heavier I go on this, the more I'm gonna feel it. Set number 1. We'll see, I think 10 to 20 in this. And I might do mile reps with this, but it might be one of those things which is too hard to do because you gotta drop it back, you gotta pick it back up. Might just do straight sets, we'll see. 3 sets of pushing for the chest today. Couple sets of triceps, couple sets of lateral delts, couple sets of biceps. The next push session, I'll have a little more chest. You'll see what that looks like. A little less tricep. See how heavy this is. Ooh boy, this is gonna be tough. Oh, that ain't bad. It's obviously a new stimulus too, so you're gonna get some of that novelty, but so as we do this movement, we're gonna learn like better and better mechanics. I'm actually gonna move the bench closer, and I'm gonna lay such that my traps are here. So if these aren't hitting this, it's gonna give me a better stretch. I noticed I could get a little deeper. I'm gonna try to get the most stretch possible out of this movement, but one big thing here, I'm noticing Smith was starting to hurt the elbows a little bit. I've done some sort of skull variation with the Smith for, God, the last 4 mesos. Anything that you're doing that is a repetitive movement pattern can likely lead to some sort of overuse. No pain in the elbows in this exercise, so I'm sticking with it for that alone because I'm getting a really good stimulus. No elbow pain. Now we're gonna get an even deeper stretch. It's good shit. All right. There we go. Holy fuck. Oh man, that's a stretch. All right, so I know I said I was gonna do my lateral delts and biceps right now, but I have to take my sister and niece's abuse from schools today. That's in about 30 minutes. So I gotta get home, change, eat, and then that's I know, right? So I'll be hitting those later at my house probably. But guys, thanks for watching. We have the plan set forth. Gonna keep recording all the way up until show day again, and continue to record after that as well. Mike and them will be here in the next week and a half or so. Maybe we'll get him to do a video with us for our channel, plus the RP channel, of course. But guys, stay tuned for tons of badass content on the RP channel and this channel, because all of our shit's only getting better. And we're gonna keep trying to put out the best content that we can for you guys. With the help of Mario, this shit is just up and up, only up. Guys, see you next time. Whew.